Hello all. So I am continuing my same series of Spring Boot and microservices which I have started, and basically till now what we have done, we have created a CRUD application in which out of we have created a create application operation doing using the post mapping of saving the employee. Basically we are creating the employee CRUD application. Then for reading it, we are creating two get mappings, one for getting or fetching all the list of employees, and second for fetching the employee by ID. Based on the ID, we will be fetching the data using at the rate path variable, which is a mandatory dependency. So till now, these things we have done. Now, like today, what we will be doing in this lecture, we will be like create is done, read is done. Now, U stands for update. So today we will be learning or studying the put mapping, at the rate put mapping, basically. And simply we'll be using at the rate put mapping annotation. Then what we'll be doing it, we'll be passing at the rate slash update slash, and here for updating it, we should be passing the ID also as a path variable. So let me write first public response entity, and the return type will be of employee DTO. Okay, and the method name will be of update employee at the rate path variable long id we need to pass for which employee we need to update it. Then along with it we need to pass at the rate request body employee DTO and employee DTO whole object. Two things we are passing. Sometimes we can do with the using this employee object also, we can just check whether this data is present or not with the help of the ID, and then we can update it. Or simply this is the good practice that we are passing the ID also. Firstly we will check from this ID if the data is present. If it is present, then we are updating it along with that body. So that is our approach. Return response entity dot status http status dot ok. Okay, and then dot body service dot update employee. We need to create this method in service class, and then we need to pass here two things, ID comma employee DTO. Okay, so this thing is done of controller thing, we have done it. Now we need to create this update employee method in service class. Okay, now what we will be doing it, firstly this thing we were doing using the Java 8, but in this like using Java 8 it will be very complex. Or otherwise we if we are aware about reactive programming, so through reactive programming using mono or mono of employee of DTO object, mono is or flux, two things are there in reactive programming. So using that we can easily do it using Java 8. But as of now, like I'm will be doing simple way. So what will I will be doing it, I will be just try to fetch the data of entity using the ID employee. Okay, and repo dot find by ID, and here we will be pass the ID. Okay, why it is giving the error? Okay, it is optional, it will be giving the optional value, so just pass the get method of as of now. But this can throw the exception. We will try to implement the exception in my next lecture or further. As of now, like I have used the get method directly, but this is not a good practice. So we have got the employee, and now we are having the employee DTO. So what we can do, we can just try to convert this employee DTO also into employee object only. Updated obj equals to, and this we have app utils dot DTO to entity employee DTO. Okay, So it will convert this into entity object of employee, and one employee object we have got using the ID. So we need to just update this object with that object. The concept is that. Okay, uh, trying to do in some sorted manner. Okay, as of now we let us do with this way only. If employee dot get ID does not equals null, then what we'll be doing it, we will be just updating the data of the employee dot set ID updated object we should take. Okay, then employee dot set ID, inside that we will be passing the updated object which we are trying to update, suppose. Then again, if updated object dot get name does not equal nulls, so what we will be doing it, will be updating this entity which we have got using the find by ID dot set, now this time name, and inside that we will be passing the updated value dot get name. Okay, now we are got these updated values in this employee object. Now what we'll be doing it, we'll be just trying to save it, repo dot save. So save method to do the two things. If this employee object anyway somehow it is not present, so it will just update, or it will just create a that thing. That is the advantage of, but in this case we are fetching it by using the ID, so it will be present in this case. But in most of the cases we use the save method. If the object is not present anyhow, this employee whole object, then it will just save it inside this or create a new one. Okay, you can say, and this will return an entity, but we want utils. Achha, okay, it will return, it will not directly using save, it will not stream it. I guess we have done this thing here, but as we don't have that map method, because it is not mono or something like that, so again we need to create saved object. Okay, we have got this thing of entity type. Then what we'll be doing it, will be returning app utils dot entity to DTO saved object. This thing is complex, where we will try to sort this thing, how we can more you sort it. So this is done. Now controller class is done, service class is done. Now we should start the application. Our controller URL is update ID. So let me open. First thing is we need to save the data, then we need to update it. Started CRUD application. Okay, so what we'll be doing it, we'll be saving the data. Body. So 1, then John, 2 is done. Now what we'll be doing it, we will be updating it. Slash ID, we can pass it 1, and name of 2 is, suppose John, suppose 2 is, we are updating John is there, so we are updating as Jenny. So here it is updated as Jenny. Now for 2, if you fetch the data, it will be coming as Jenny. So that's it in this lecture. In next lecture we will open